What's going on YouTube? It's your boy DarkMode, and today I have company with yours truly, Syndicate, and today we're going to be looking at one of the most anticipated games of next year, which is 2023, and that is of course Hogwarts Legacy. Now it seems that they have released a gameplay showcase by let's see, Hogwarts Legacy themselves. It's been viewed 2.6 million times, and it's been out for 9 days now. So why not? Something as big as this, why not jump on it since it's hitting everyone's radar and it's only been 9 days. So I know there's a lot of Harry Potter fans. So I thought, this will be good for the channel. Why not jump on it? So today we're just gonna be looking at the showcase of the game, and it's a full gameplay, so it's not like you're just watching the cinematics of the game, but actual gameplay by the people who made the game itself. So we're gonna jump on this and we're gonna see what this is saying. What do you reckon it's gonna be about? Hogwarts Legacy. Do you reckon it's gonna be a good game to keep your eye on?
Yeah, I believe this is like you said, one of the games that should be hyped up the most, especially for the Harry Potter fans as well, because that's like a big franchise, isn't it?
That's it.
Got the books, you've got like movies, and they made like a recent movie as well, I believe it was. So they're still like keeping its relevance within the industry.
Okay, because we know that Harry Potter's been around. I think the first film was released 2001.
Okay.
Do you understand? The very first one. So it's now 2000 and what, 20, where we're going to be approaching 23.
Yep.
So this has been around nearly in the limelight for at least 1 years.
Yep.
Going on 22
22
years.
years, yeah.
Do you see? So I know that it's garnered a lot of big fan base over the years. And prior to the film release, it came out in books before that.
That's it. Yeah.
So Harry Potter has a deep-rooted fan base. So for that fan base, I thought it would be wise just to jump on it and just to look at it so we can watch it together. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I've watched it from most probably the first one up to most probably part 6. I haven't seen the last 2 ones. I think, was it the Deathly Hollows or something like that?
Yeah.
Part 1 and 2. I haven't watched any of those 2, but before then I watched them all. I had them all on DVD. Yes, DVD. And I watched them a number of times. So I have somewhat of some kind of history in regards to the films. Never the books. I haven't read any of the books, but the films, because that's when it came like international.
Yeah.
When everyone heard of Harry Potter.
That's it, and those of Harry Potter. Yeah.
Do you understand? Even though they may not have been reading the books,
That's it.
but when it came to the cinemas now, that's when it kind of blew up.
That's it.
But anyway, let's just jump into this, and we're gonna see what this is all about. But before we do, if you can, of course, help out the channel by subscribing, liking, and perhaps leave a comment. And you can, inform us of any trailer of new games that you want us to react to. So anyway, that being said, let's just jump straight into it and let's see what this is all saying. So I'll see you in a sec. So what's going on, guys? So you ready? Let's just do this. There we go. Fantasy violence. I'm excited. What about you?
Same here. I'm kind of hyped for this. Especially there's no prior game to this as well, so this is like the first game.
No, but didn't we have one on Xbox?
That was the old Xbox though.
Yeah, but that was Harry Potter.
Harry Potter himself.
Yeah, but this is a different one, I guess. So, like what you said, this is the first one of
this series,
time. Yeah, this series. Yeah, no doubt there might be a part 2.
Yeah.
That's looking sharp already.
For real.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy Gameplay Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and I'm honored to introduce you to our panel today.
Thank you.
First up, we have community guest host, Ben Snow.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Thank you so much for having me.
And from the Avalanche team, we have Game Director Alan Tu.
Hello, everybody.
And Systems Designer Mackenzie Toner.
Hi.
And finally, just off screen capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Coram. Today we'll be giving you a taste of the open world via broom flight, a deeper look at combat using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, and a look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement, where we may even see some beasts. And we're starting right where we left off in our last gameplay showcase, just outside Hogwarts, which I love that you can walk out of the castle after walking through everything and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world. And Alan, I know that's...
No, guys, we have to take a moment here. Seriously.
I'm just gobsmacked right now. I'm just looking at the grass and it's just too... Like, you can see individual strands of the grass.
Yeah, that's
way too crispy.
That come like Skyrim. Everything I say, every game I say Skyrim has to be mentioned in, but it's got that Skyrim feel. But this look like there's a lot more detail involved here.
That's it.
Even down to his coat.
Yeah.
And even though them stuff are in the background, it still seems very detailed.
Yeah.
Even to the clouds looking very rain-laden. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that looks amazing, man. Already.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Look at that.
You can walk out of the castle.
Flipping, no, and I like how the shade is because you come hitting him from a different angle.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And now he's gone like kind of almost silhouetted.
That's it, yeah.
Do you understand?
After walking through everything and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world. And
crazy.
Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom and go anywhere. There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you, and just I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground.
Even the coast, like
and I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel like the brooms are fun for me, not just because of all those feelings of exhilaration, but because they're not just I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the lower right there's a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of flying up or flying down, you might notice it draining or not. And this isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known and advanced and everything that we know and love.
You could even hear the wind as he picks up speed.
Yeah, I heard that a couple of times.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Plus the birds tweeting around and everything.
Yeah. The only criticism that I don't like about that, he just looks so stiff on it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I would have liked to see some more natural movement on it. So when he's moving, he's kind of moving
around with it
or something, but he just seems like he's fixed. And the coat's doing all the movement.
True.
But from waist upwards, he's properly locked in.
An earlier time where they're still trying to figure out, we're not at the 3,000 yet. We're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so speechless right now because this is just so beautiful. The world just looks so. By the way, the broom, is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah, so we have a shop in Hogsmeade.
I like the fact that when he went up and he dipped down, you could see underneath his coat.
Okay.
And even like what he's wearing underneath.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just too busy looking at the colours of the trees and the grass.
There's a lot to take in, and to take that in all at once is almost impossible.
That's it.
You might have to watch it a couple of more times to actually capture everything.
That's it.
Because there is a lot of information to take in right now. Let's see the reaction, to see if you could see any reflection of the water. Maybe not.
Actually, a broom shop, and so that sells a variety of different brooms. And it was important to us that the player could customize themselves based on their own aesthetic. So they're purely cosmetic, but if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
Yeah, and those upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom you can only fly. You can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground. And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is trying to perfect the broom and get better at it and know it better. And you can participate that and get better and better brooms through that.
That's good then. Upgrades is always good in the game. What do you reckon?
I believe so too, yeah.
Because with upgrades now, it allows you to interact with the enemies more better, even with the world a bit more better, once you've got upgrades.
Definitely.
Like if you look at Sonic and you're just sticking with his core abilities, which is just the boom, 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 you know, the homing attack.
That's it, yeah.
And just the normal spin. But when he advances his skills,
that's it.
You can beat them up in a more stylish fashion.
Yeah,
and it makes the game more fun because you can do new moves.
That's it, yeah.
Do you understand? Or even like a car game.
As well.
You understand when you're kitting it up, so therefore it just feels different.
That's it.
As you progress through the game, it doesn't stay this flat.
That's it, just stuck with fixed motion, like moves.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, that especially with a broom, because that's one of the iconic things in Harry Potter as well, is the broom itself.
Yeah.
And I love that mechanic encourages you to actually explore the world and kind of stay close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well, there's lots to explore on the ground, and so kind of keeping you down at the ground level.
And to me, it feels like it's got this kind of surfing vibe over it.
I would have liked to see, I don't know if you can see it or not, I'm not sure, maybe I'm missing it because I've got shades on, but I would have liked to see, I know it depends on what sides the sun's hitting him at, but I would have liked to see if you're low on the ground, you can see his shadow.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I know I'm splitting hairs now because the game itself is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But for them, that would have been an easy finish off.
That's it. Because it's just a little shadow that they can easily just put in the game.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that would have been an easy thing. But those little detailed things will make a lot for the game. You know, just showing those little detailed parts.
That's it.
Now, if you'd have hit the Harry, or well, not Harry, but the guy, that student, from a different angle, then you might not have been able to see the shadow.
That's it. I get what you're saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those little things would have been nice.
Oh my god, like I'm just like, I want to snatch the controller from Andrew right now because I want to go to the mountaintop, I'm going to the forest and to that hamlet, or well I don't know if that's how it's called. I think that's what it is.
Oh, you can see it's a bit of shadow now.
Yeah, now I can see the shadow.
Yeah, like I said,
I feel like that you call it a hamlet is just perfect, just because that's what we refer to it as. And so we all know from lore that Hogsmeade is the only all wizarding village within Britain. But we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of, you know, barren as you leave out this direction and that direction.
I think that's a very important thing as well, what you just mentioned. The fact that they made the map, they made that world, and it's not empty. Exactly. There's actually people walking around that world.
That's it, and you could interact with them.
Most probably interact with them.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it makes you feel like there are other people living in that world.
Yeah.
And it's not just Hogwarts itself.
That's it.
But the environment and the people extend that castle.
That's it, exactly.
You understand? So it's a nice touch.
And so we just imagine these different dwellings, these different smaller locations that wizards might live in out in the Scottish Highlands. And so it's those, and so we refer to those as hamlets, and they're opportunities to learn those wizard stories, how those different locations have kind of like learned to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you also notice on the mini-map, like lots of little icons, and
you could just see all of the details of the stones and everything.
Exactly, the gravel and like certain parts, like, you know, near the water area.
Yeah.
Like those parts looks like kind of wet as well.
See what I'm saying?
It did look like that. I was like, okay, that's a nice touch, like a wet gravel sort of look.
And what I like about this, the ground is not level.
As well,
Do you understand? That's what makes it feel real.
That's it.
That it actually, like, he's some parts of the ground is higher than the other.
That's it.
And it's not a perfect ground level.
That's it. Different forms of terrain.
Do you understand? Through people walking on its path many times.
That's it.
That this kind of makes a human footprint of where the paths were made out, where people were walking so much time.
Constantly, yeah.
Constantly, yeah.
Each one of those represent gameplay in the hamlets that you can participate in. You know, whether it's a vendor or different puzzles and challenges or different secrets that exist. Each one of those icons are different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well. So when you go out into the open world and you see those icons, whether they're on the mini-map or on your map or off in the distance, those things are opportunities to say, like, I want to increase my inventory capacity. They're puzzles left behind by old wizards, you know, that you can solve that actually grant you those. If you see ruins off in the distance and you visit them, you might find opportunities to actually expand and learn about your ancient magic. And as you kind of encounter different enemies dotted on the landscape, sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different magical resources that are valuable to you as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide.
So you can just jack them, perhaps.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Them little criminal wizards.
Yeah.
And just take their goods.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then just add it to your own strength.
That's it.
That's crazy, man.
You know, just see the guy just spoon with a cup. Like, where did that cup even come from? Like, I'm just watching him and then just start drinking.
It's a wizard, isn't it? This is a magical world.
Nah, but that.
What?
Yeah.
Let me back it up.
Like, just standing there, then you just see him drinking.
Is he gone a bit more?
Maybe a bit more, but yeah.
Escape. Sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different.
I like that.
Yeah, literally just spawned in his hand.
So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities.
It would have been nice if he just reached over and just drink from it.
I ran away when I want to just cover all of those points on the map just by going over there.
Well, we've flown on a broom already, but there is something that we haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount. We're gonna hop on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh my god, there he just like pops out of the the back. Oh wait, you can use it as a horsey? I mean, a horse. I mean, that is a horse.
Yeah, as a hippogriff, you can totally ride it like a ground mount, and you can lift off into the air. And we tried to make sure that each.
I like the fact that it feels like by watching it, I can feel the heaviness of that horse.
That's
the hippogriff.
Yeah.
It didn't just take off.
Yeah.
There was actually, like, you could see the mass taking place. That he had a heavy body.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Now that you said it, yeah, that was a factor, yeah.
It was a nice touch, because they could have just made that light and he just flies off from where he stands.
That's it. But like I said, the stocky build of that griffin added to the impact of him. And what's that word? Like taking off.
Taking off, yeah. I could feel that.
Yeah, man.
Each of those interactions. So the broom's really good at reaching that top speed, at kind of traveling the world as quickly as possible. But sometimes it's really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels amazing just to be riding around on a hippogriff. Look at it. Yeah, it really is kind of like, I don't know, it's a great feeling being on it, and it's great.
No, the one thing that I don't like about that is maybe that is this still game still into?
Yeah, still in progress.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, it says at the bottom, in-game footage, work in progress. Or
Okay. If they can, I would have liked to see his wings go through the rustle. If it had touched the trees, that it would disturb, the state of the trees. Like, so if it went through, it would hit against it, and you would see the movement of the trees.
Yeah, like
as it brushed. Has it impacting it?
That's it.
But it just seems like it just goes through.
Yeah.
And it's undisturbed.
That's it. Just like cuts through it.
Cuts through. Do you understand? I would have liked to see the wings actually rustle against him. Perhaps some little leaves dropping from it.
That's it. Trickling down.
Because it was disturbed by the hippogriff's wings.
Yeah, that's it.
But maybe again, splitting hairs.
Feeling managing those transitions, kind of going from run to fly, and just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity. And
you see it went through it.
I saw that.
And, oh my god, like I see.
I like that transition, how slowly that went.
Area. By the way, can you go to
the mood just changed.
Yeah, the mood.
Yeah, it looks more colder and grim looking.
And it slowly, because he was on the hippogriff, that's why it happened more quickly.
Yeah.
But perhaps if he was running on foot, you would have felt that transition from like the living kind of blissful land into this kind of
Barren
dismal,
land.
barren lands.
Regions that are like locked from you.
Yeah,
or
as soon as you, there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment, early on in the game, you can go wherever you want. And so you might find more difficult challenges in different areas, and you'll see different spots as Andrew's moving around, like you mentioned the swamp. But there, we have got like a coast, and we've got different types of environments out in the world just to kind of pepper your experience, reward you for exploring, keep things fresh. All those things exist as we're moving around.
So cool. I love that windmill. It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s. The Wizarding World we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it's part of it.
Yeah, I love this vista too, and I'm gonna have Andrew stop here.
But even if he's talking about this is in the 1800s, even when you see Harry Potter in the films, it's got that old vintage feel to the to the films anyway.
Yeah.
Even though that is in our times.
That's it.
And he crosses over from the Muggles worlds to the Wizard world.
Yeah.
He, like where Hagrid lives and all these sort of, they live in old like vintage places like that.
Yeah, that's it. Like Lord of the Ring times.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's nothing really new. But yet again, the windmill itself, the whole graphics is just stunning. Breathtaking.
Yeah.
Here we're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like covered in snow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
That's all I want.
Oh, maybe.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is so beautiful. Oh my
It's got that cold filter over it as well.
Like, it looks so realistic. Oh my god, it changes the landscape like completely. Oh my god, does it have like actual like gameplay impact, like impact on the gameplay, or does it like it's just the weather of Scotland?
Yeah, we really use it as a narrative marker through the game. So as you're progressing through your main storyline, it was important for us to kind of like have those moments that kind of felt like when you're reading the books or watching the movies where, you know, you'll see kind of like the title card winter and now the landscape has changed and
Are those
really
heads?
feeling those
No, they're balloons.
time while you're
Looking
escaping,
things.
you know, going through
Sorry.
Hogwarts. And I think
From
we
here,
wanted
this
to
is
duplicate
heads.
that. And for me, it's really fun that it's not just on the outside, which I agree, I think it looked really beautiful, but within the school as well. So there are moments like when it reaches certain holidays or things like that, where Hogsmeade reacts
my
to
God.
holidays and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change. That really helped just kind of make me feel like I'm there.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not just you know, for the seasons, those kind of vibe things. Like we have a day-night cycle, and that day-night cycle, even though similarly, like it's largely about vibe, when you go into Hogsmeade in the evening, there's less characters there. Around the school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down just when there's just candlelight and students kind of like as you're.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It was just going through trees.
That's it, yeah.
Now, it would have been nice if he was going into that sort of surrounding where it's close quarters with a lot of trees. It would have been nice if the hippogriff just kind of immediately folded in his wings a bit and like that of it to show that he's navigating through.
That's it.
And he's aware of the fact, and of his surroundings.
That's it. I get what you're saying.
So he could have just...
Yeah, rather than him just being stiff and just cut through things.
Cut through.
Walking through the halls. But in that day-night cycle is where we've kind of placed a few items where, you know, whether or not you can collect them or whether or not you can interact with them that are a little bit restricted by the day-night cycle.
And I love Andrew's flying up here, really high up on the hippogriff, and we're just looking at this view of Hogwarts in the distance. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's part of what I love most about flying around in this game, whether it's on a hippogriff or on the broom.
No, I mean, you talk about going anywhere and things.
Yeah, another thing, I would have liked, maybe I'm being fussy. As you can see, the temperature is cold. I know the hippogriff's moving and all that sort of stuff, but it would have made look a bit nicer if I could see the effect of the weather on the hippogriff and on that student's coat.
Oh, what do you mean for like more colder
looking
on the
coat? Because that just looks like it was in the season before spring and summer.
Yeah.
Because there's this rich darkness that I see in him, and as well as Harry's coat.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep on saying Harry's, but
Yeah.
that student's coat.
Yeah, I see. It just like stands out from the weather.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
And
I get
there's
it.
no change in it.
Yeah.
I would have just liked to see or feel that coldness
That's it.
on the hippogriff as well as Harry's, as well as the guy's coat.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
get
it
you.
made me feel like I'm a part of that more.
That weather, yeah, I
Do
understand.
you see?
I see.
So you can see in the distance, and that's one of my. I still can't get over, like, no matter, I played this so much, but I still can't get over the fact that I can see Hogwarts out there, and there's just something beautiful about knowing that all of the things inside of it, the classrooms, the students, the professors, all the places I can go, I can just fly my hippogriff, land in the courtyard, enter the front doors, and just walk, to the library, to class, or to greenhouse, or to my common room, that it's all contiguous and just kind of like one space is still exciting to me after all this
I mean,
time.
I'm speechless right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just.
It is beautiful.
Much as we want to spend a lot more time out here just flying around, experiencing the world, I think this is a great opportunity to switch over to combat. And last time we gave you kind of an intro to combat. This time we're going to really go a lot more of a deep dive on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition.
Okay.
Deluxe.
All right, Andrew's got us in the Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is,
Can't even see that.
which is part of the deluxe
got a
and
mask
digital
on.
deluxe edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive than just choosing an option from the main menu of the game or something like that.
Reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Even the cave
There are
looks
many
cold
reasons
as
to go
well,
to the
man.
Forbidden
Look at
Forest, but he's also wearing the
Yeah.
Dark Arts
Foggy
cosmetic
and, like,
set.
Graveyard
And
looking, innit?
Yeah.
here he's pulling out the Thestral, which is
Oh my god.
part of that Dark Arts pack from the deluxe and digital deluxe edition. So we're going full Dark Arts here.
That's good. That's what I'm doing.
But I like this this battle arena. It is a great
It would
place
be
to
nice
show
to see
off
more light.
really combat in a
I
big
guess
way.
they allow you to
Unlocks
do that
some
in the options or the
abilities
settings.
for
Yeah,
you
true.
and allows you to
Or they could have just
really play around with
had more
combat in
like
a
torches or
unique
something.
way.
Or little
Is it, like,
creatures
the
of like
only
fireflies or
arena
something.
like this in the
So-
game where you can like practice and
Yeah,
do-
so in the base game we have 2 combat arenas normally, and so everyone has access to those. And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves, in order to earn a different cosmetic for your character and add that to your collection. In the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true.
You can see like the
combat
rocks
arena.
as well.
But
The detail,
It's
isn't
very
it?
detailed, very
one of the
detailed.
things that we're excited about in the Dark Arts Battle Arena that people can do is you come in preloaded with different abilities. So the unforgivable curses are something that everyone's going to have access to through the base game and going to be able to earn, and they can make choices
No
to
peeking.
add that to their repertoire, and they can also commit to that down with certain talents and things like that. When you play the Dark Arts Combat Arena, you actually have access to all those things as kind of like a way to test them all. And so it's a chance to kind of like tour and play with the Dark Arts and decide whether or not that is a path that you kind of want to go down. But yeah, everyone has the same ability to explore the Dark Arts. This is just kind of like a way of previewing.
And again, a great place for us to show off combat in general. So I think we're gonna jump in.
Was this
here and
cult
just gonna
moving?
Just start
What, just
battling,
now?
and we can.
Look, look on the,
Oh,
It's the same
on the
ability
coat
to
itself.
Yeah.
explore-
Yeah, like
explore the
some
Dark Arts.
venom
This is just
liquid
kind of
Yeah.
thing on it.
look.
And again,
Yeah,
great
it
place
is.
for
No,
us
I
to
didn't
show off
notice that
combat
before.
in general. So I think we're gonna jump in here. Andrew's gonna
Even
start.
the floor, like,
just
you can
start
see the
battling,
ray
and we can
tracing,
start
the
talking about
wetness
everything
on
you're
the
seeing on the
water.
screen.
All
On
right.
the floor.
Oh, they just about the cadavers right away. Oh my god.
We're starting off strong.
Oh my
We're
god.
starting off
Was that Sergio? Oh my god. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll
That was
notice
sick,
right
yeah.
away, like when we used Avada Kedavra, that guy's
Okay.
health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to honor the way Avada Kedavra.
As you're aware of, I'm not really into that kind of Final Fantasy number displaying thing. You know, when the enemies get hit.
That's it. And see
It's bad enough they have energy bars.
yeah, yeah.
I hate when they play games where they've got any and you see when they're nearly gonna die.
Yeah,
I just prefer just knowing that they're nearly dying.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah. I see.
I don't like all that numbers above it. It just takes away from the detail, the seriousness of the graphics.
Yeah.
When you've got some cartoon kind of numbers and that stroke around the characters. And,
yeah.
do you understand what I'm saying? To let you know that you're engaging in combat with them.
Yeah.
I just think that
charge up for a power move or something. Yeah.
I just don't like that. I just think it's so off-putting.
Yeah. You just want to keep it
game,
real.
Yeah.
In some pretty
Like,
extreme
look.
situations. You'll notice that like the meter takes up a lot longer to
Yeah, a little
kind of
cooldown.
build up as a way to kind of deal with its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways that we'll probably talk about to adjust that. But I don't know. I don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have questions about.
Well, like I see like little blue things popping from the enemies. Also, before like that sign, well, it's like, so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called in the game.
So the community is astute. So on the development side and player facing in the game, we reference that as your ancient magic meter.
Oh, so it is ancient magic.
I like how it gives you that second warning, you know, like spider senses, to give you time to react to.
That's it. I saw that too.
Do you understand?
Yeah, that was good as well.
Yeah, it's good, especially if you're a wizard. You should be able to sense enemies coming up.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice.
And I like the movement of like, you know, him. What's
the
that
mobility of it?
Mobility, yeah. With like him dodging, like rolling over.
He looks natural.
Natural. I was just gonna say smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. So as your abilities in the game.
So far, this is like the first kind of game I can say feels like a next gen kind of game.
For real, I feel that too. This is like a next gen type of game.
That's
like
it.
You can see a difference from this with the PS4 or the Xbox.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it just feels like they've upped it.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I could be playing a PS5 game for the first time.
I see what you mean.
Whereas the others just felt kind of standard, like the same kind of feeling that I would get from a PS4 or an Xbox S.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But this makes me feel like, wow.
Yeah.
This is next gen kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Or game.
Keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities. You start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's an ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy. But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head,
you can still see the green splodges on the floor.
Wait, one second.
That allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy. But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful ancient.
Okay. What is he saying? Sorry.
Like you can see like the green splodges, like you know when he was doing like a special move, like green special move. It just you can see that green ooze just on the floor or something like that.
I didn't see that. But it's nice to know that you can do a combination of hits and then finish off with a deadly stylish hit.
That's
like what you would do on Sonic.
That's
you
it.
And then you might do that Goku with all the rings, the fireballs, to just finish off.
That's it. Like
even though that's not a powerful move, but it's like you can do a finishing off move.
Yeah, I feel what you mean.
Magic spell to do a ton of damage against the character. I see. And the way that manifests itself
that was beautiful.
On the enemy that you're fighting. And you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are pressuring the player in different ways. You'll notice there's abilities.
What are the splodges? You mean the sparkle things?
Yeah, the sparkle.
Okay, yeah.
So those mostly green splodges were mostly the goblin's blood or something.
Okay. The player as he's fighting, that force him to move. And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield. And that's actually a good link to the ancient magic meter in general. And the reason why I say that is because as you're doing different things in combat, you're protegoing and you're doing different abilities and you can kind of spec into it with your talents, there are different ways to get that meter to build faster and faster.
I'd like to see Shadow though. He has no shadow. I don't know.
One of the base ways to build up that meter fast,
it's
so
just...
you can launch these devastating attacks whenever you want to.
I like how his feet is messing up the dirt on the grass though, like it's flattening it if you look at it. But there's no shadow kind of look. You see it.
You see that combo appearing. And it's almost like your emotions are building up. And then basically that builds up enough that you can attack someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of them. You'll see the blue orbs in the game world. And there's something that only you can see in the narrative, in the world. And it's another reason to move around on the battlefield. If you can go up and collect those things and suck them in, they give big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
talking a lot about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of change the way you play. And I think Mackenzie knows a lot about what's going on with the plants and potions.
And so the tools are really interesting because they're basically like a prior investment. So you can bring the potions and the plants that you grow in the Room of Requirement to combat to essentially kind of help you defeat enemies a lot quicker and more efficiently. So some of the tools that you'll see here are like the rock skin potion. So that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material that reduces the incoming damage that you're receiving. So against big enemies, hard-hitting enemies like trolls, that's super helpful.
So much like he's just destroying the troll.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Obviously we have the Wiggenweld potion as well, which increases your health. And then we have the focus potion. So when Alan talks about having to balance the
thought that was gonna cut him in
long
half.
cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill, one thing that you could do is brew a focus potion, and that will increase how quickly your cooldowns regain.
Right. Oh my god, there's just so much like
Cooldown's gonna
versatility
explode.
of what the character is doing to the troll right now. Like he's just bouncing around the arena. He's like not. And the troll makes him move around too, looks like.
And I love that our plants are violent.
Yes.
So this is the dark arts arena, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where they can practice and all that sort of stuff, and
yeah.
they're exposed to all of the weapons.
That's it, and all the tricks and all that.
So it gives you the feel of what you can do.
That's it.
Or amount to. Do you understand? So it's a good, feels like a little training zone.
That's it, yeah.
And so that's like when we were talking
Seems
about
fun to fight with.
almost the setup of the arena. You also have plants that you can fight with, and so we have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
That is so cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuffian way to approach the battle. Yes.
Exactly. No, that was super important to us, that there were these like multiple ways. And so you can see there's a ton of different things you can use. The mandrake is one, so you can pull it out and it stuns with its like piercing cry these enemies in a radius.
And another thing I want to call out that we're seeing on the side of the screen here is these dueling feats, which I love because I love anything that prompts me to play a game in a different way, a unique way. I don't want to get stuck in my style, you know? And so this is a way to, if you want to get stuck in your style, go for it. If you just want to blast people with spells, go for it. But we also want to
be versatile.
have some things over here that may make you use certain plants or certain potions or blocks.
And that's the thing, they're trying to encourage you to grow your fighting capabilities instead of just getting stuck to one way of fighting, like how I would be.
Yeah.
Once I'm playing a game and I know a few moves, I would just stick with that same style of fighting.
Yeah, I see.
Whereas they're saying they're introducing all of these things in this like a battle arena to encourage you to try and experiment with different fighting skills.
That's it, by using environment and
do you understand what I'm saying?
different styles of fighting.
So
like
it brings you
Wizardry.
out of your comfort zone.
That's it.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
So-
it seems like how this Andrew's like playing is pretty nice. Like makes me wanna just
Try
it out.
I like the fact that when he flicked the guy up in the air, or troll, whoever they were, and he was just comboing him with the wand.
The stick, yeah.
Talk more or
Yeah, we mentioned the field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges, this is the way that the field guide manifests like challenges for you to do in combat. And exactly to your point, we just wanted a way to encourage players to explore the different systems, to help them decide, to just kind of practice with them and explore what they want to be, because there really are so many different ways that you can push talents. When you see the green X's on characters,
That's right.
and that's kind of through your talents you can unlock this kind of cursing mechanic that sort of like links the fates of these different.
They could even do, if they wanted to do a battle arena to this game.
Okay.
Yeah, like 100 flipping
Like
students,
Battle Royale,
yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
And then you could do all these
Yeah.
try to kill each other and all that sort of
That
stuff.
would be cool, yeah.
1v1 having a proper wizard fight.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Characters on the
That would be
battlefield.
nice.
That way, as you get as you're cursing different characters, they all begin sharing damage. And so we have things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill, but if you curse everyone before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all drop dead for that kind of ultimate Voldemort fantasy. And so,
Oh my god.
there
I wonder
are,
how much
there are dark
magic
arts
that
fantasies.
takes.
There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts characters, things like that misty step that you see occasionally being used on the battlefield. And we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which type of player you feel like you are and whether or not you want to play with prep, on the fly, or with deliberation, and those are all different options.
That is so cool because like it's like I see so much like going on the stream, just so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself, like which style works best. I mean, I feel like it's the dark arts is going to be the easiest route, but that ancient magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than.
Yeah, I'm going to that Sith magic. You understand what I'm
the
saying?
Sith magic, yeah.
That dark matches nicely with dark mode.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm definitely in that.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be dark with my magic. I'm not gonna be a friendly guy when this game comes out.
Yeah.
It's gonna almost be like Wolverine in the comics. Sometimes he comes as the good guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes is he the bad guy because of his approach to certain things.
That's it. His rough nature towards these people.
Just the dark arts.
Yeah.
To be fair.
And speaking of plants and potions, we're going to be putting the dark arts away, put those unforgivable curses away, and heading to the Room of Requirement, which is your home within Hogwarts, a personalizable space that actually has some utility as well, where you get to brew things and grow things and also care for some beasts.
It's personalizable.
Right, Andrew's got us in the Room of Requirement, wearing, we kind of went casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And I think that's a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well. Not just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually this space is a place that you can make your own.
Yeah, it was super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard. So you can change the architecture in here.
What?
I definitely would change the whatever word she used, the architecture in there, and make it a bit more, sophisticated looking. Look at his top. That really does feel like olden times, doesn't it?
For real, man.
Different themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours.
Oh my god, what? We never expected that to be. Oh my god.
Okay, that's how you can change it.
That's
just
the thing
like
is,
that.
not only can you change
Flick
the
of a wand.
architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So there's like statues that you can do, and ornaments, and tables, and rugs, and just
Mine's
a
gonna
bunch
be
of little
dark
things
in
that
there.
really flesh out the space and bring it to
Like
life.
Daedric dark.
Because like we had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with different objects.
That's so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can place it basically.
Black and red, baby.
Oh my god, it's so tiny. It's like for Baby Niffler.
And I love how the system
for the
too is
dubbies.
designed, it's not mechanical, it's immersive. And so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing this in the world as your character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with the immersive design of personalizing the space.
Oh my god, like, and I love the animation, how it like appears, like it's not just like there, it's like it almost like it apparates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing, is we wanted that to look really nice because the magic in the wizarding world is everywhere. It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. And we really wanted to nail that whimsy in this space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you like conjure things and you can change their look, but you can do that with the utility objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as well.
Okay.
And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned previously, you'll be growing your plants, you'll be brewing your potions.
Right.
Oh, you
So while
literally
you're
brew it, that's
also
cool.
doing these like kind of nurturing based activities, this is also the space where you would bring your gear to be identified, and gear to have like rates put on it, which I believe Alan can talk to.
Oh.
Yeah, we keep bringing up appearance and how it looks, and on in the game you can look like anything you want to whenever you want to. but the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the game. And essentially, we just know that clothes and different items in the wizarding world can have different magical properties. And as you explore and as you adventure and as you defeat enemies, you're going to be finding different pieces of gear that have different abilities, and that can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind of growing as a wizard and advancing as a wizard. And so
there's a huge list.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Not all the time. Whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't necessarily know exactly what it does.
It just seems like there's so much you can do in this game
For real,
in terms of growth, such as building out your little pad where you go and conjure stuff and mix potions, you know, as well as places to go to build your skills and different fighting skills. So even though if you played the game again, it will feel new because you can design the place again like in a new way.
Yeah.
Or if it's the same game, you can do, or you can change your fighting style.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And as the lady was saying, that, you know, as you progress throughout the game, you see that sofa in the background.
Yeah.
You might come across where you can pick up a new sofa that has a new design. So you can add to the catalogue of stuff that you can change your sofa into.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So it's just nice that you can customize. There's a lot of room for customization.
For real, yeah.
To your kind of style.
That's it. And I just saw as well that, you know, the fact that you can apply, as we already know, certain traits to pieces of clothing.
Yeah,
that's really good aspect. It's like Skyrim, innit?
Yeah, so it's
with the weapons and stuff.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like skins and all that for guns and all that wraps and all that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can do in this game.
I like that feature. Yeah.
It's detailed as well, right?
And so there is a station inside of the Room of Requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
And then
I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of reading in this game.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to have to put these shades off and use my real eyes and perhaps wear my glasses.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot. I've just got a feeling about it. Look, there's books everywhere.
That's it, man. It comes hand in hand with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
As this space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes, you know, like Mackenzie's talking about. All these different things keep expanding, and as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply a look to any other look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look like that, but you can change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some ability to this sweater, but then you can just swap that ability.
Yep, and appearances you can edit whenever you want in the gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying traits and applying larger upgrades that just kind of grant you greater statistical advantage or give you really specific abilities that blend in nicely with where you're trying to go with your combat fantasy or talents and things like that.
Interesting. I'm just seeing that they're just like pumpkin fur, mooncalf fur. Where does that come from?
Yeah, and so you'll notice that the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this vivario. Kind of bigger space on the inside.
Whoa.
Idea. So you can see here we have a couple of beasts out. We have a graphorn and a mooncalf and a niffler and a weasel as well. So quite a variety.
Oh my god, he's just like a big puppy.
Tells you the gender and everything.
Sorry?
It tells you the gender and everything.
That's so cute.
At the top of the name.
It tells you what gender it is.
Yeah, like the graphon and that circle. I don't know if that's a male or not. I'm not.
So part of beast care is petting them as well, but feeding them too. And so once you do those things, that's when they feel safe enough that they'll give you their magical ingredients. So mooncalf fur, niffler fur, etc. That can then be used in your gear.
That is like so like intuitive, because like you know that makes sense, because when you touch the animals you get some fur leftovers. That's so, oh my god.
Yeah, and we
And
really
then you
want to
can
hammer
use
home
it
the
as
fact that this is like a
ingredients
home
to
base
enhance
for
your
them.
gear.
So
Yeah.
in the overland you
Like
can
to
find
enchant
these
them like
dens,
Skyrim.
and
That's
rescue
it,
these
yep.
beasts. Part of doing so is brushing them and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beasts. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah, right. And so we have like a lot of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of them are purely cosmetic, but they look really cool. Again, it's the
Okay.
personalization of this space.
That's
Oh my
cool.
goodness, no, this is like, I'm gonna spend 8 hours just designing this whole area to personalize. This is like cool, it's like you have this little play area, like a personalized fish tank, so to say, just for the creatures. I love it.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as well, is there's a utility.
I love this. I love these sort of things because you know me in Skyrim already.
Yeah, for real.
When it comes to decorating stuff, and this is what I thrive on.
That's it.
This kind of what's the word? When they decorate,
Interior designing.
interior designing.
Yeah,
I love this sort of stuff.
That's it, man.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
color coordinating it,
That's it.
and that this gives you a break, a quick relief from the missions, the side quests,
Yeah.
exploration of the game.
Yeah.
You just want to just make your little pad
That's it.
comfortable,
Exactly.
so that
yeah.
when you're coming back to a place of retreat or seclusion,
Yeah.
you're in a little pad where, like, you customize it
That's
to
it.
reflect your character or your personality.
Exactly, like you said, as you said, black and red for you. So
Black and red. That's gonna be crazy. I'm looking forward to this.
yeah, and the colors in this is like really nice. Like the grass itself, like you can see the red, the orange, the white, the grass. Like you can even see the the trees up on the mountain looking area.
Yeah.
Like you can see like the vibrancy of that even from far distance.
Distance.
And that's nice.
So even though there's a lot going on, each part holds its own independence, like it's its own presence.
That's it. Yeah.
Even though it's small from them little orange flowers,
Yeah.
it's still popping out.
Exactly.
It's still giving room to say, hey, I'm over here as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know, even though there's so much going on.
That's it, man. You can see a lot of detail in this game on the exterior.
Yes, it's crazy, man.
So as you progress in the game and you're able to purchase more conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows for the beasts in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually.
Nice.
And so you're really building the progression for yourself here. In addition, there's also a toy box where you, where you can play with your beasts.
Okay.
You'll see here, yeah. So you can, there's a bunch of toys in it, and each beast has their own favorite toy. So as you can imagine, the mooncalf really likes the moon ball, or the Neasel, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Right.
And they're super cute.
Oh my god.
Watching them, it's so cute.
Like you said, where's
The
the
big thing we
benefits?
really wanted to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place, and so by going,
Yeah, it would have been nice to get some benefits, like increases the loyalty of the beast,
Yeah.
or I don't know, something that you get the benefits of, because I'm not just going to be doing that for the sake of it, unless I get some kind of relationship, like it increases our relationship in some way. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you said, loyalty, which in return can give you like more bonus stuff, for example.
Do you understand? Or where it listens to you more for obedience because it loves you more.
That's it.
I don't know, but yeah, again, I could be fussing over the little things, cherry picking, whatever you want to call it.
and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland who hunt these beasts for their material. So instead, you're caring for them. You're giving them a home.
Yeah, but you're keeping them, not just caring for them, because you said when you keep them and you feed them, you take care of them, you're harvesting from them their the you know
skin and
the
all
skin and the fur and all that
That's
sort of
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
So it's not just out of pure love.
that's it.
We're using them.
yeah.
And this time you're just taking them and you're saying, no, you're staying with me.
That's it, and you just look after them. in
After
turn.
them.
Graphorn is just gigantic. But he looks like my dog. My dog's right now for sure.
Oh, you could actually name them as well.
A lot of
like
reading.
your dogs.
So getting back into that personalization, you know, yeah, we didn't want you to just like throw in, oh, here's a Graphorn in here. Like, this can be named whatever Andrew's about to name them. Bruce.
It's a good name.
You can name
You
the
know,
beast.
we've created this really nice space, and you can get additional vivariums, correct, to different kind of aesthetics and looks to where you're keeping your beasts and caring for them.
Progression is a big part of this space as well. So as you progress through the story, you will unlock more vivariums. So as you can
I'm just thinking the learning curve of this game is going to be long.
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't
too.
think it's going to be a game that you can just learn in one go.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of maybe researching, how do you do this, how do you do that.
Yeah.
It just seems like, even though how beautiful it looks, it just seems like there's going to be so much to learn and read and understand in order to fully immerse yourself and enjoy the gameplay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you understand?
Like there's like a big learning curve for you to know how to move, what to do, how to do certain things.
Spells and enchantments and all this.
Especially the enchantments.
And mixing potions
100%, yeah.
I just feel it's going to be like somewhat maybe burdensome to do that. And especially if you're not kind of bookworm or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, do you understand?
Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
Because some people just want to play the game.
That's it.
Without all of too much reading and how do you mix this, how do you enchant that, and
that's it.
How do you perform this spell, how do I master it?
Yeah.
Because once you got the spell, you need to know how to implement it.
That's it as well.
Is that going to be a problem? Is there a learning curve on that?
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's no good having all these different types of things, and people are spending a lot of time trying to learn how to play the game.
I understand what you're saying.
Instead of playing the game.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because people want to play. They don't want to learn how to play if the learning curve is too much.
Yeah, I get
It's like playing Fortnite. No one can just jump onto Fortnite and just learn how to play. That game takes months and months and months to properly master it.
That's it.
It's not like playing Warzone.
Yeah, or
where the functions are quite straightforward.
That's it, yeah. It's like simple, like you just
Simple.
learn for a day and then you know what to do.
You know what to do, like a couple of days, few days, and then all you got. Once you know how the functions work, it's just more learning how to aim and just get quicker at it and all this sort of stuff.
That's it.
But this seems like there's a lot.
Yeah,
I'll have to go university, man, get a degree or something, a master's at least.
Yeah, for real, man.
Just to enjoy the game.
Exactly, yeah.
So as you can see, this one's quite meadow themed, big, open, bright, but there's other ones, say like a swamp that you might encounter. And it's really a visual effect to and more space for your beast.
Oh, so it's like those, so when we're inside the room requirement, there's like on the left, there's that moon glow from one entrance and then some shrubbery going on the right. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep. That's exactly it.
Ah, oh, you put trees in here too. Oh my goodness.
And another thing with the beast care that I think is great, you know, tying back to this same kind of thing that you did with like the broom, where the broom is not just a method of travel, it's actually built in and integrated into the world. In the same way, like beast care isn't just this added element. You're not just throwing it on top. There's really this like narrative and integration to
everything connects. So as you progress through the missions, you'll expand this space. As you earn resources, you'll go into Hogsmeade and use them to unlock the gameplay here and unlock new conjurations and different things to play around with. In the open world, it's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts and bandit camps and different things like that exist in the overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the loom. So all these things have a way of connecting. Moonstone that you find out in the world is the resource that we use to conjure everything. That's found throughout the world. Forgeables are used for recipes. So really everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too, I think people know who Poppy is and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So you bringing up Poppy, there are more kind of
totally customize this whole area, the size and everything.
That have to do with caring for beasts, and so different characters have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in
Even
here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've seen today?
I mean, I'm just so blown away by how beautiful it looks. The open world seems so detailed, and there's so many things to do. And like the combat, we're gonna spend like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much.
That's it.
To this world.
Too much.
I'm so happy you guys did this overall gameplay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Wow.
We've got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's and Digital Deluxe Edition. We're gonna wrap things up, but first we've got a little surprise for you. Bye.
I thought he had something stuck in his back.
Deluxe edition. Jeez.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts so far? What you see about it?
So far, I'm like really hyped to even see the game like in action, let alone even play it. So
That looks like a big game, though.
it is like a super big game. Like you can't plot that game within a day or two.
How many hours you reckon you're gonna be? And we're not even talking about the 100% completion of the game. Just say like just the average.
Yeah, like just sticking to a storyline.
And this,
Or
occasionally you might veer off with some side quests. How long would you say that game's gonna take?
I'll say at least minimally 30 hours to like maybe 40, 45 maybe. 45 is pushing it, but 30 to 40 hours.
I reckon that's a fair estimation, and I was gonna say 40.
Yeah.
This you story mode as well as some occasional, side quests. You might want to explore it,
Yeah.
because not straight away you're gonna stick to the story
That's it. Yeah.
unless you just want to complete the game immediately.
Yeah.
But the world's so beautiful, so vast. You're gonna want to hop on that broomstick and you're gonna want to explore.
100%.
Whether you're in Hogwarts, you're gonna want to explore that, and that's gonna take some time, as well as the vast landscape.
That's it.
Do you understand? As well as building out your dorm or the room of requirements.
Yep.
As well as outside where the beasts are.
That's
And
it.
your clothes customization
As well.
and all the decor. You understand this?
Exterior and interior.
This game, I reckon easily 30
Yeah.
to 40 hours.
That's it.
But then if you're doing the extra bits, I would even dare to say maybe 80 hours.
Yeah.
80 hours. And if you're a perfectionist, maybe 100 hours
Yeah.
with that game. And then mastering the moves and learning how to implement them.
Yeah, and trying to get these rare items or spells or
Do you understand? And
enchantments as well.
ingredients. And don't forget they said there's places you can go, like small little hamlets,
Yeah.
where you can unlock ancient spells and
Okay,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they in these places sometimes have spells that you can acquire,
Yeah.
as well as doing the looting when you see these sort of poachers. Did they say poachers?
I think so. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
and where if they're transporting certain spells and
Yeah.
equipment materials, you can raid them
Yeah.
and then add them to yourselves.
That's it. Yeah.
So
make yourself more powerful.
make yourself more powerful.
Gain that Sith magic.
So in terms of character design, I know there's much to the game. We've only seen this tip of the iceberg, but how the player actually looks, what do you reckon?
I think the player himself looks like clean, like we said. The coat looked like a part of him, innit?
Yeah.
And as well as flipping, what's that thing? I'm just lost for words now, man. In in tow, I think he just looks like a good character. Like there's a lot of detail to the hair. I did notice that his hair was quite detailed. Like you could see the strands of his hair.
Yeah.
And his clothing as well suited his 18th century.
Yeah, the time in which he was sitting.
Yeah. And on top of that, he just looks like normal. His like movement seems to be very like smooth, like him moving backwards, jogging backwards.
So
like,
organic, very organic looking, natural looking.
100%. But I think he's good. Like,
yeah, I'll agree with that. I would agree with that.
Mobility character himself looks alright.
Yeah. Yeah, so I agree with you on those points. You know, as well as the open land. What do you reckon of the landscape though?
Landscape, that's just
crazy, right?
Crazy. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, it is still work in progress, but they just need to work on, the griffin.
Yeah.
Not cutting through the
little touches like
little
that.
touches, bit of shadow like on the broom as well.
Yeah.
But like that could have been due to sun.
Not being in the direction that you was riding.
Yeah. But other than that, it was.
But what about the reflection on the water? I didn't see none of that though.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there was no reflection on the water. But you could only see shadow, but no reflection of the water. The water looked kind of like.
I'm
misty
talking.
A bit.
I would have liked to see him.
Yeah,
like
in the water.
Like reflecting off of the water. Could you be able to see that?
Yeah.
Do you understand? There's no contamination in them times like oil and stuff that will keep the water murky. You understand what I'm saying? So it would have been a nice touch to this, depending on how low he is
as well.
on hovering above it.
Yeah.
But the game looks really good.
Yeah.
You understand? It does look like a big game.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's not going to be something that's going to be done within 16 hours, like what most games are, 16 to 18 hours.
Yeah, no way it's not.
Do you understand? So I reckon that game is going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Addition to anyone's collection of games.
That's it, man.
And it looks like it's a game that could be, you can add parts to.
As well, yeah.
It doesn't have to finish in the Hogwarts Legacy. It could continue.
That's it. And make a whole sequel of games.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It has room to grow by what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's just the Harry Potter, franchise. From when he was small to where he is now.
Yeah.
And even before his time, there was history prior to him coming on the scene.
That's it, yeah.
And this is the 1800s.
Yeah.
Do you understand? 1800s. So, the game in itself is big.
Yeah.
And I'm just assuming in the novels aspect of the game, the characters, there's more to them, because that's always the case when it comes to the books, as well as the games and the movies. The books always contain all of the information, and it goes deeper when you go into books.
Yeah, I understand.
So I could just imagine how the amount of room that this game can grow in.
That's it.
Is just unlimited. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has so much to grow.
That's it.
Because they could even go before 1800s if they really wanted to beginning and how this whole world started.
That's it, and make a whole story out of that.
Do you understand? And even do a future version.
Yeah, if they wanted to.
If they wanted to.
Yeah.
So, the game itself, I'm looking forward to. When it's February the 10th, isn't it?
10th, yeah.
And on the 7th, then you can do like a little sample of it.
Yeah.
72 hours, I think they said.
I think something like that, yeah.
But there were some conditions placed on it. I can't remember. But anyway, guys, look, let me know what you think of the game. And just let me know in the comment section. And also, if you've enjoyed our reaction to this, then please support the channel by liking, subscribing, and just leaving a comment on there. Comments, for any kind of reactions of any kind of new gameplay that's going to be coming out. We'll be happy to honor that request. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. And plus, look, before we move on, I'm going to be playing this game, and I'm going to need you to watch me play this game, because we're gonna have fun with this game. Do you understand what I'm saying? So please, look, book your seats with me. Don't watch it anywhere else, because them big YouTubers, they've got all the clout, the followers, all that. I need some little crumbs on the side. You know, I know I'm strange, I'm wearing the mask, the sunglasses, but I'm a friendly guy. You know, this is friendly here. Friendly territory. And all is welcome here. So, until the next time, anything you want to say, Syndicate? Is there any words of encouragement or what you want to say? What are your last... What's anything last?
My last words is stick around, because I want to see this game definitely played by you and others, but you first, because it's always good to see the person in your house in the house to like play the game, and especially how you like how they play as well, and I like how you play. So, but
because I'm not going to be watching anyone's gameplay, because I don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to react naturally,
organically, yeah.
And if I'm stuck on something, I want to be stuck for real. I don't want to pretend like, okay, let me watch what this person's doing and come back and then act like I want you guys to share that journey of frustration, because this game looks like it's going to cause me a lot of frustration. If I'm being honest, there's a lot of learning here. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but anyway, I want you guys to share that journey with me. So if you do come across this video and you did watch it to the end, then thumbs up, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, forgot. Also, this is gonna be the first part of a 2-part series in regards to Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. Reason being, because there's some questions that you may have. So what I'm going to do in part 2 of this video, I'm gonna go to Hogwarts Legacy website, and they have a section in it pertaining to any questions and answers that you may seek. So if you're interested and you're a die-hard fan of Harry Potter or this kind of franchise, then stick around, and we're going to go to the website and we're going to see what they say, just in case you may have any, you know, questions that you may have. And you know, by me reading these out to you, it may answer these questions instead of you going there yourself. So if you're interested, watch part 2 of this video. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, guys, peace out. Take care.